Hey there, it's Mark Yegge with your Stock of the Week update here. And the update is SMCI. Now, the good news is this is a stock that not even 3 weeks ago I put on my buy list for 2024. And I'll show you the chart here. Look at this stock. So there's SMCI. You can take a look at it. It was up $112 yesterday, which was the 19th of January, 2024. And, not even 3 weeks ago, I said, this is one of those stocks along with NVIDIA and a few others. Well, it's in that same kind of a sector. It's in the computer hardware sector. But it's, AI is still going crazy. And so it's getting kind of swept along with this whole sector. And I think they had a big upgrade yesterday, and that's why the stock went up. Anyway, huge volume, up 543% in volume. And now, if you'll go back to August, it made a swing point high at 357. And it had a gap down on earnings, so it had huge volume on earnings. Even though the earnings were pretty good, it still gapped down, and it went down below the 50-day moving average on the same day on high volume. That's not good for a stock. And so it went and it kind of lived below the 50 for more than a month, almost 2 months. And then it tried to make it back up, couldn't handle it, went back below the 50, hung out there, went back up, couldn't really handle it again. And then it filled this gap from this candle right here. And the bottom of this candle is 341. So it needed to fill that gap. Well, it filled that gap on the 10th of January. Now it's above the 50. Now the gap is filled, and gaps always get filled. It just takes time sometimes. And so that gap was filled, and the stock went crazy. And it did it on huge volume. So this is portending a bunch of good stuff. Number one, it makes me look good because I called this as one of my, I think I picked 7 stocks for the year, 5 to 7. NVIDIA was one of them, SMCI was another. And it was up 35% in one day. So it was up 112 points. Now the stock is at 423. And you can see that breakout point is 357, which is where I said that was your buy point. So if you were able to get in under or around 357, you did really well. The stock has now run up 20%. That's where people take profits. They just don't take them usually when the stock only runs up 20 to 25% on high volume. So this looks to me like it may have some more juice left to go here. So that's all good news. The bad news is this is already after a huge run up. So you can go back to just May, and this stock was at $120. Now it's $420, right? So it's up a huge amount. Well, that's no reason to sell a stock, but it is reason to have caution. Because when a stock goes up that much and it builds a base on top of another base, on top of another base, and this is in a later stage base, what that means is that more people are interested in selling it because they've made so much money. So it gets a little risky here. So what I would do, I'd keep a close eye on it, be very cautious, let it run up a little bit more maybe, because I think it does possibly have 500 in it, but not much more. So what I would do is I'd let it run, I'd see how it opens up on Monday and Tuesday, see how it starts to act, and is certainly in relative strength with the market. And then I would start to sell calls against it. Now, we have a program called the Cash Flow Machine, which you may or may not know about, but that's a way to create income from a stock that's done a run-up, or any stock, really, that even goes sideways. Because you can make income while the stock just sits there, goes sideways, and gyrates. So you could have made income all of this time while you were waiting for the stock to break out. And so that's what I would do. I would play a little defense by creating income from it and then switching the mindset from a breakout strategy to an income strategy. But that's how I would play it. Great week for super microcomputer. Great week for the stock. Great week if you held it. And a great week if you listened to me. Not that I'm right all the time. I get them wrong too, a lot. And but every once in a while I get them right. And I try to play the probabilities. I didn't know it was going to break out Friday. That was a random day. And it's got earnings coming up in 9 days, which is risky also, holding in the numbers. So you've got to be careful and play a little bit of defense. Anyway, that's the stock of the week, SMCI, super microcomputer. See you on the next video. Hey everybody, it's Mark Yegge. Excited to tell you about the Income Accelerator that we're having for 2024. We're launching our first one here February 1st, so it's coming right up. You need to get involved now. It's 5 weeks of training, live training and workshops and mentorship from me for 5 weeks. So if you've ever wanted to get involved in our Cash Flow Machine program, now is the time. It's a really great course. It encompasses our Fast Launch course, which is 20 plus modules of video courses. And then you get live mentorship from me. You get some mentorship from the people that just took the course ahead of you. And it's going to go over lots of stuff about how you can make 1 to 2% a week, 2 to 4% a month, strictly focusing on covered calls and cash flow from covered calls. It's called the cash flow machine because you put money in, basically spits income out every week. And so it's a basic passive income generator for you. Anyway, we've got tools and techniques so you can start making the money, show you how to handle risks, show you how to pick stocks, show you how to do your own market timing. It's in a community setting and it's exciting. I love doing this course because it's live and I get to meet really cool new people. Again, it's 5 weeks long. It's 2 hours a night, hour and a half to 2 hours on Thursday nights, right? Eastern time at about 8 o'clock, I think we're starting. Anyway, we got about $1,000 off on it right now. So if you click the bottom, I can give that $1,000 off to the first 5 people that click. It's a live mentorship, so I can't offer this to everybody. We like to keep the groups kind of small. As soon as we sell those out, I'm going to cap the class. So anyway, now's your chance. Click on the link below if you've ever wanted to get involved in our passive income generation system called the Cash Flow Machine. Now's your chance. It's called the Income Accelerator. All the Thursday nights in February. I hope to see you on the inside. Take care.